San Antonio's top psychologist tackles the pervasive issue of misconduct by Bexar County deputies. Councilman Greg Brockhouse targets San Antonio city manager and a local publisher. And San Antonio clinics offer free flu immunizations. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Wednesday, January 9th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office has hired a law enforcement psychologist to help reset the agency's culture and tackle a pervasive issue of employee misconduct that saw 26 staffers arrested last year. After working as a staff psychologist for the San Antonio Police Department since 2013, Brandy Burke is now the Bexar County Sheriff's Office first law enforcement psychologist in nearly 30 years. At the San Antonio Police Department, Burke made her name for pioneering a wellness initiative called the Performance and Recovery Optimization Program. PRO drew on other areas of psychology to improve the training process and teach officers to recognize the physiological signs of stress. Burke says the program is unique because officers helped her write it, noting in her own words that officers know what they need. Burke's hiring comes after last year's arrests of 23 deputies and 3 civilian employees of the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, many for violent crimes. The majority of those arrests were detention deputies who work in the county jail. Sheriff Javier Salazar announced Burke's hiring Monday, noting she's a key part of a broader plan to address behavior he says has been an issue at the agency for at least a decade. The new law enforcement psychologist will provide clinical treatment for Sheriff's Office staff and their families, teach training sessions, and assist in crisis negotiations and other critical situations, a role almost identical to the one Burke has worked for San Antonio Police. But Sheriff Salazar notes a major part of the new position will be screening all new applicants who want to become deputies, something he says will help weed out people who aren't fit to join the agency. Sheriff Salazar also wants Burke to check applicants again when they're set to graduate from the initial 6-month probationary period. Councilman Greg Brockhouse wants City Manager Cheryl Scully suspended for what he believes was the leaking of an internal city document damaging to a District 2 council candidate. Tuesday, Brockhouse lambasted Scully for releasing the document to Rivard Report editor and publisher Robert Rivard, who cited the document in a Sunday column that suggested the candidate, a retiring firefighter, was unfit to serve on the council. The document outlines the work history of firefighter Derek Hillier, one of 13 people who have applied to complete the unexpired council term of William Cruz Shaw, who resigned to accept a judicial appointment. The one-page summary shows the applicant was suspended for 5 days without pay in 2016 for insubordination, failure to follow orders, and poor on-duty performance, and that he was counseled on numerous deficiencies, including absence without leave. The document also states the 57-year-old owes the city more than $11,000 after he mistakenly received duplicate workers' compensation, and officials have tried repeatedly to obtain reimbursement without success. While Councilman Brockhouse disagrees with the release of the document, San Antonio Government and Public Affairs Director Jeff Coyle says Scully acted appropriately, noting the document was in response to a media request for factually releasable information about a city employee. An ally of the firefighters union and a frequent adversary of city manager Cheryl Scully, Councilman Brockhouse says the council should delay its selection of the next District 2 council member and afford Hillier time to defend himself. The city council is expected to choose Shaw's successor Thursday. That person will serve until voters select a new council member in the May 4th election. And as this year's flu season ramps up, the San Antonio Metropolitan Health District is offering free immunizations at their 2 immunization clinics on a first-come, first-served basis until supplies are depleted. Walk-in patients are accepted at the Eastside Clinic at 210 North Mel Waders Way, while appointments are required at their 1226 Northwest 18th Street location. Find more details at expressnews.com. Health officials recommend immunization against the flu for everyone over the age of 6 months, including pregnant women. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Wednesday, January 9th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.